Hello, Lucia. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. You can hear me. We cannot hear Lucia yet. And I think she cannot hear us. Hello, it's Camilla speaking for who's writing. Yeah, there you go. Now Lucia is here. Hello.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hiya, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. So there are a few people here I see, and some they also have video.
I can hear you. Hi, this is Kavita from Hyderabad.
Hello, Kavita. And
Hi, this is Radha from Hyderabad.
hello, Radha.
Hi, Radha.
Hi, Lucia. Hi, Camilla.
Hi, Radha.
Hi, this is Shantini.
Hi, I'm Vaishali.
We are both from Hyderabad.
Hello.
Hi,
nice to meet you.
Shayantini.
Hi,
Hi,
Rose.
Vaishali.
Hello, this is Satrupa from Hyderabad.
Hello, Sadarupa.
Hi, Rupa.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Satrupa.
Lucia. Hi.
And then I see Kajal. That I think I spoke with her. And few others. Yeah, so Lucia, would you like to start off?
Yeah, I think we can. So, thank you all for being on time. How beautiful. And thank you all for joining us this Wednesday evening. And I would just maybe like to introduce Camilla briefly. So Camilla is calling from Italy right now, and she has been doing women's groups and circles for quite a few years internationally, from what I know, in various countries, maybe Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, Canada.
No, Canada, yes, Canada, Europe, India.
Okay, India as well. Okay, and yes, so Camilla is Italian originally. Her husband is an Indian man, so they are an international couple. Both of them working internationally. He also has his own seminars, workshops, and so on. And they do come to Hyderabad every now and then. I think the last time they came was nearly a year ago.
Yeah, January. Yes. Yeah, January.
Yes. And yes, and so I personally have not yet experienced Camilla's work either. So I'm so looking forward to it during the retreat in December. And yeah, so we thought we'd do this webinar either for women who just want to experience 1 hour and nothing else, that's fine too, or for women who are thinking of joining also the retreat, 3-day retreat at the beginning of December. And we thought that would be a nice way for women to see how Camilla works, who she is, and so on, so they can also see the energy, whether they like it, how it suits them, and so on. So Camilla, I'll give you the word.
Thank you.
And maybe you can add anything that I've forgotten.
Sure. Yeah, first of all, gratitude to Lucia to have taken this opportunity to help me in manifesting this evening and the retreat in Hyderabad for this year. And yeah, I offered one in January, always at Seed of Gratitude. So happily, I will be coming back again. And then in the past, I offered in Pune in India. And I'm a coach like Lucia. And I started to work only with women more or less 10 years ago. Before I was coaching also men, but it was not resonating with my heart. And it was my personal journey that took me to find the feminine within me. And in that journey, I discovered a new way to relating to other women. And I found what I call sacred sisterhood. And every time I have the blessing to connect with the sacred sister anywhere in the world, and most of the time it's not even in person. The benefits are so many that I cannot even tell you. But just right now, before having the call with you, I was speaking with one of my sisters here in Italy, and she's also my assistant for the retreat I'm offering this weekend here in Italy. And connecting with her helped me recentering and connecting with myself so that I could be fully present with you. Like maybe many of you, I'm also a mom. I have two children. One is just 1 year old, and the other one is almost 5. And the 1 year old will be with me in Hyderabad and everywhere. She's with me while I work. The other boy is super energetic, so it's not possible to have him over. And my service is to just share the practices and hope that you will also feel inspired to practice for yourself, because you will see the difference. And me and my husband, we both work only on a donation basis all over the world, and we trust that the universe is giving us and to our family everything that we need to do all the things that we need. And working like this, it's giving us freedom, and you know, it has no attachment. It's just pure service and a lot of faith. And I would like now, if it's okay for you also, Lucy, I would like to just start straight away with the practice, and then there will be space for questions or whatever everyone wants to share.
Sure.
Yeah, feel good?
Yes.
Do you want your video to stay on during the meditation, the recentering, or would you like it off?
Maybe turn it off
Off.
for now. Yes.
Okay.
Off.
Sure. Good.
I've done
There
it.
you go. Yes, beautiful. And there is one microphone that I cannot. Yeah. Yes, thank you. So I want to ask you, if you, first of all, if you can take all the electronic devices that you don't need and possibly put them far away from you and in silence. And if you would like to ask if you have anybody around to leave you some space and silence for this part. And then I'll ask you to find a comfortable position, whichever it may be. And after you find a comfortable position, gently start to take a deep breath in and release. And again, take a deep breath in and release. One more time, take a deep breath and release. You can now close your eyes and start by just observing your body, the chair beneath you, the clothes on your skin, just observe if you feel some discomfort somewhere. Just notice. Now move your attention to your toes and observe. Move your attention to your ankles. Observe your calves, your knees, move your attention to your thighs, observe your hips, and now gently crack open your eyes, looking down with no focus. Just allow some light in. And now slowly close your eyes and bring your attention to your spine. Observe your spine. Observe your neck and shoulders. Move your attention to your arms. Observe your hands. Move your attention to your belly. Observe your chest. And slowly move your attention to your throat. Observe your jaw. Your cheekbones. Observe your forehead. And observe your scalp. Now, gently again, crack open your eyes, looking down. And slowly close your eyes again. And move your attention to your first chakra. Imagine the red color. Move your attention to your second chakra and imagine the orange light. Move your attention to your third chakra and imagine the yellow color. And move your attention to your heart chakra. And if you like, you can place a hand on your chest and you can connect with the heartbeat, with that sound or that feeling, that sensation inside you. And imagine that feeling, that sound expanding from your chest all over your body. There is a heartbeat in every cell in your body. Feel all the cells in your body beating as one. And give permission to your heart to open. You are safe here. And now imagine that from that heartbeat, a green ray of light, it's coming from your heart. And again, expanding all over your body. And that heartbeat, that green ray of light is going beyond your physical body, and it's reaching every woman in this circle. Imagine that green light reaching every woman in this circle. And feel that from each woman, a green ray of light and energy is coming back to you. Allow yourself to open and to receive this abundance. Feel the abundance in your body. And now imagine that we are all holding each other's hands in a circle. And look around this circle. Look in the eyes of the other women and connect. Observe how you feel, what's happening in your body. And continue to look around and to feel the energy of the circle moving through you. Now go back to your heartbeat. Connect once again deeply with your heartbeat. And ask yourself, what is the deepest desire of my heart? And allow the answer to come in any form. And maybe you need to repeat the question. What is the deepest desire of my heart? And now take a deep breath in and slowly come back into your body, maintaining that state. Take another deep breath in and feel the chair or the floor beneath you. You can stretch your arms and legs, and you can take another deep breath in. And when you're ready, you can come back here in this space and time, and you can give us a sign that you are back.
I'm back.
Thank you. There is the chat to let us know that you are back. Thank you, Radha. Thank you, Sadarupa. Thank you, Kajal. Shayum Tony, maybe. And I would like to ask you if you want to share how you feel. How was the process for you? What did your heart say? Mine said that her deepest desire is joy. What did your heart say? How did you feel? How do you feel? Who wants to share? Anyone is welcome. Please.
Hi, Radha here.
Hello, Radha. Please.
Hi. So, at least the process was very relaxing and sort of uh, peaceful, or I don't know. It's a place of a lot of quiet. That's what I felt, and I think what I felt was that maybe freedom to express myself is
Mm-hmm. Freedom
what
to
I
desire.
desire.
Can you explain what does it mean for you, Radha? Freedom to express.
I don't know, in everything that I do, I think there is a lot of influence of the society, of the upbringing, of the relationships. So there is a tendency to give a lot of myself to them, and somewhere what was there in my mind or heart doesn't get expressed. And we just okay. It's not that it's suppressed or anything, but it's just that I feel there is a certain restriction. There are a lot of relationships to be respected, and a lot of goals that I'm playing. So somewhere it's lost. So my desire is that I should be able to express myself completely in any situation in front of anyone.
Thank you, Radha.
Some creative block. Yeah.
Yeah, so can I try to rephrase what you said to see if I fully understood what you mean?
Yeah, sure.
So what I felt when you were speaking is that it's like you are yearning to find your own voice and to speak it up, to let it speak, maybe in your doing, but also in your being. That's what you gave to me with your words. Does it sound?
Yeah. I think that's a very nice way of putting it. Yes.
Yeah. And I wanted to thank you for the courage of saying it, because actually it's a struggle that most of us, and not only in India, but also in the West, that we face. So, in the West, we may seem so outspoken, but it's not like that. At least it was not for me. It took me a lot of healing and inner work to find my voice and to speak. Let it speak and to speak my vulnerability. And so I want really to applaud your courage and to say it here and to share it. So thank you, Radha. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, and then Rupa, you are writing me privately, so I wanted to ask you if you want to share it with your voice, or if you would like to keep your message private.
Yeah. So I would like to share because I'm going through some personal life crisis right now, and I'm going through a process of healing. And so while I was doing this session, I was having some sensations in some parts of my body when I was concentrating. But when I concentrated on my heart, I had put my hand on my heart. There was complete emptiness. There was nothingness, as I shared with you. I couldn't find anything. Neither there was struggle nor there was calmness. There was nothing actually. And I didn't struggle to find out why. I was okay with it.
So when you say nothingness, but first, can I ask you some
Please.
questions?
Yes.
When you say nothingness, you mean that you couldn't feel your heartbeat, you couldn't connect with your heartbeat, or that you couldn't hear the answer to the question, or both, or something else?
There was complete silence. I didn't feel the heartbeat.
Okay.
Neither there was no heaviness. There was complete silence.
Okay, but it feels that you are judging the silence as something not positive. That's what's coming to me when you speak. It's like you were expecting to feel something, and there is some pain in the fact that you couldn't.
No, I was not searching for anything when I was touching my heart with my hand. Because I didn't even struggle to find it out. I saw that there was nothing. I mean, I was okay with it.
Okay.
I could relate one. What I was trying to do was I was trying to reflect on who I was and who I am right now, because initially I always used to struggle with why am I not like listening to my heartbeat. Um, but now I found myself that I'm not struggling with it anymore. If I'm not listening to anything, if there is nothing, then it's okay.
Beautiful then. Beautiful if you feel that you are okay. You know, each one of us goes through a different process, and for you today it was like that. You know, I'm recording the session and I will send it back to you, so that if you want to redo the same process, you are welcome to. And you will see that if you do it 10 times, each time what you will feel it's different.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you meditate, right? There are some moments in which your mind is going faster, and some other moments in which there is stillness, or maybe we are able to grasp the stillness. There are moments in which we don't feel nothing. So yeah, my desire is just you were not judging that emptiness, but just you said that you are accepting that that's how it was. So it still feels beautiful to me.
Yeah, I should say thank you for gifting such wonderful session. I mean, such moments.
Oh, thank you. For me, it's really a joy. Sorry if you guys want to see.
Oh, hi.
Somebody else come to visit.
Hi, baby.
This is Adya.
Hi.
Hello.
No, he cannot hear you, but he came to take some pastels, oil pastels, something. Yeah, but he's just going through a few tough days because his father is traveling, so he feels the need to be with mommy more. And my mom is also in here. So that's family life. I'm sure you know. So thank you, Rupa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who else? Who else would like to share?
Hi. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes. I think it's Swaha.
Okay. Shall I go ahead and speak? Okay. I have a very bad voice, so I have got a cold. So my feedback would be when I was going through moving attention throughout my body, I felt a pain in the lower back of my body. When you said to stretch out, I was feeling a little bit relaxed, but overall I felt a heaviness. Any reason for that? Can you just help me out with that?
So you felt heaviness in your lower back during the process, or only at the end?
No, during the process. When you said that we have to focus our attention to the limbs, the thighs, the hips, at that moment I felt a heaviness in the lower back of my body.
And is something that you still feel now, or is something that you just felt in that moment?
No, only at that moment. Now I feel relaxed. After the full process, I felt relaxed, more calm, more composed. But I felt that uneasiness, heaviness in the lower back of my body.
And what could it mean for you? If you would have to find a meaning, what could it mean for you? Was it a specific place, or it was all over the lower body?
All over the lower back of the body. Lower back. Particularly the lower back.
Okay. So what does the lower body mean to you?
I'm not aware lower body means. Mobility maybe, because we have our legs. It helps us to carry forward, backward. So mobility maybe. Not sure.
Okay. That could, there's no wrong or right answer, right? Every one of us has their own interpretation of the things that happen to her. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to give you my answer, because that's my answer. My service is to help Swaha find her own.
Okay.
Their own answers. If I give you my answers, they are mine. So I'm not helping you, because then next time you will feel something else. So you will be like, what would Camilla say? And that's not, that means I didn't do a good job. So the meditation is to try to find what your body was going to tell you in that moment.
Sure. I will definitely go ahead and think on it again.
Yeah,
Thank
you know,
you.
and
Hmm.
it can be many things, but it
Hmm.
can also, you know, for example, to me, it happens when I'm really tense, when I'm very anxious during my day. I accumulate a lot of tension in my calves. So when I do a process and I bring my attention to my calves, I can really feel that the muscles are so hard, more than a table. And then I realized that I've been holding all my energy there during the day. And then when I just observe them and I observe that tightness, and I'm like, oh, but then just by observing without having to massage or fix it, to just observing that sensation, the sensation transforms itself. I don't have to fix it. I don't have to think, oh, it's wrong. Why am I feeling this? I'm just there with it. And then it evolves in something else. Sometimes it's ease. Sometimes maybe it's even more tiredness if I didn't pay attention to something. So for me, it's my body is giving me a message. And I have to decode the message that my body is giving me in that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Swa. And then Kajal, you wanted to speak. You had opened your microphone before. No. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Yeah. So thanks, Camilla and Lucia and everybody, you know, to give the company and the, you know, this nice session. So during the session, yeah, I felt peaceful and like starting from the deep breathing itself, I can feel the, you know, impulse and the peaceful, that sensation within myself. And like when I went deep down, like the deepest desire which I felt for myself was that I really want to, you know, go, alone for some time, or in a, like in a some retreat, alone in the sense not with family members. I want to go alone and find the deeper facts about myself in a retreat or something, maybe with a group of women. And I want to have that time wherein I'm doing nothing, no work, no office, and I'm just very peaceful, at the same time learning and practicing. So that is somewhere like maybe this is a very long lasting a desire which I have, but I'm not able to do that. So this is what came to me, and kind of maybe like as and when I can do it, I want to do it frequently to explore myself and my full potential as well.
Beautiful intention. Yeah, thank you, Kajal. And we share the same yearning. I'm actually very, very happy that this weekend I'm going to offer a retreat, because that's also a gift to myself, time for myself with other women in the journey of growth. So yeah, I completely share your heart's desire. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Anybody else? Anything? You know, if you have a question for me, if there is something that you would like to know about me, about what I do, or if you want to share something about you, what we did, what we did today was just a process to reconnect ourselves to the heart. And our heart is always speaking and giving us indication of what are its desires. And for me, the feminine is deeply connected with those desires. And those desires, though, are not ego's desire, but they are always something that it's inclusive, and that it's good not only for us, but for the greater good of everybody. So part of the practices of the feminine, for me, it's reconnecting to that energy. And I see some hands raised. One is Lucia and the other one I don't know.
Lois.
Yes?
Hi,
Hello.
Lois. Hi.
Hi, please.
Hi. Yeah, I always wonder why we say that that our heart has the desire, our why it's always the heart chakra rather than the other chakras that we find those things in.
Why do you think so?
Well, the only reason I can think it might be ahead of the other chakras is that it's the connecting point between the upper and the lower ones. But
I agree with you. I agree.
but
The bridge.
but I think all of them have something to tell us. That's the thing. Yeah,
Sure,
and
they
so
have
why
messages as they have.
why the heart more, so much more? Yeah.
Sorry, you went away.
So I wonder why the heart is so much more spoken about as the important one.
You know, the heart chakra is the bridge, right? Is the bridge between the lower chakra. There are the chakras of the manifested world of the survival, and it connects with the higher chakra. They are more part of the spiritual. So it's like our heart is the channel that can also bring our intuition and the desire of the spirit more manifest into this reality. That's for me. That's my answer.
You would have said that same thing.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you then.
Okay.
Thank you. Lucia, you had a question on something that you wanted to share?
Sure. I just wanted to quickly share my experience from the guided meditation that we did. I think I kind of fell asleep, and I was somehow subconsciously I was there, and I remember from that I don't know unconscious semi being there that there was that my heart had a very weak answer. But I also remember that when you asked the question, what is your heart's desire? My heart couldn't find it. It was kind of looking for it. And unlike Satarupa, my heart was actually looking for it. I wasn't at peace with the answer not being there. But for me, my heart was looking for it. And then I was looking for it from my heart. And then I remember there was some kind of semi answer, like a weak answer. And that was it. But I don't remember what it was because, as I say, I was half asleep. So that's my sharing. That's all.
Thank you for sharing your vulnerability and sharing that your body needed rest. And I'm very envious because my body would have want to go there too if I was not guiding the meditation.
So thank you for guiding.
Thank you, Ruchi. Thank you. And Kavita, you have a question, please. I'll unmute you. You disappear. Wait. I cannot unmute you, so maybe you have to.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi. So I have written a message. It's kind of long, so I'll say it again. That I myself have been meditating for a long time now, and exactly know how it feels. So thank you again for that. I'm also a coach, just like you are, and which means when I come to the retreat, I want to learn more. I may have hundreds of questions. 2 and 3, I am not aware of the chakras part of the meditation. So when you were saying go to the first chakra and the second chakra and the third chakra, I did not know where to go. So if you can throw some light on that,
sure,
it'll be nice.
I can. May I give you an invitation don't before that? And that's not only for you, it's for everyone that is also a coach or a counselor or has a job that it's in this kind of field. My invitation is always to just come for yourself. You know, one of my strongest belief is that we can only pass on and teach you who we are. So it's not about learning skills. I cannot give you any skills. For me, it's really about transforming myself through the practice. And when I do that, then I inspire other people, in this case, other women, to join.
100%, 100%. I want to do that when I'm with you. I'm coming there only for myself, because
Beautiful.
only when I can help myself can I help anybody else in this world.
Yes, no, that was very important for me, because in the past I had other people that joined with that explicit purpose, and for me it's not a problem. The only thing is that it doesn't work, because you cannot go home and think, okay, I take this piece and try to package it different and give it to you if you have not used it for yourself. So I just wanted to
Oh no, I don't intend to do that, Camilla. Let me
no,
tell
you
you,
can, because
I'm
nothing is mine.
no, listen to me. I am a human too. I might be a coach, I might be a facilitator and a trainer in my own professional life, but I'm human first. I'm a woman first.
Beautiful.
And until and unless I submit myself to someone, I will not grow. I need to be submissive. I need to give myself. And that's what I'm coming to you for.
Thank you. And I will do my best to share my journey and my practice that are not mine. And about the chakras, we always mostly talk about the 7 main chakras, but chakras are just energy centers that are actually not on our physical body, but they are on our energy body, So if you ever heard of auras, so around our physical body, there is a field of energy that it can be bigger or less big, depending on our physical state. For example, children, they have a very, 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 very big energy field. And we speak always about these 7 chakras, but actually there are millions of chakras. And we can also feel the chakras in our body. So I ask you to do one more practice with me. And it's close your eyes.
Okay.
And bring your palms one in front of the other, more or less like 5 centimeters from each other. And just
one in front of the other.
You can look at the screen and see what I'm doing, and then
okay, hold on, please.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, yes, okay.
Yes, bring your palms one in front of the other. And now just bring your attention to the center of both palms. And just observe the center of your palms.
While my eyes are closed, or?
Possibly.
Okay.
You can close your eyes and allow the rest of your body to relax. And just focus your attention at the center of your palms. And observe. What do you feel? Now you can open your eyes and come back. And Kavita.
Yes, Camilla.
Did you notice anything?
Just that when I had my eyes closed, I saw a line right in the center of both my palms. That was orangish in color.
Okay. So, for example, for me, it was tickling at the center of my palms.
So are we talking about observing the center of our palms, or the space in between both our palms?
No, it was in the center of your palms.
No, I was observing the
middle
space in between both palms.
That's okay. In any case, I'll make you another simpler example. So when children hurt themselves, or even adults, when there is a place in the body that it's hurt, what is the first thing that you do? The very first thing. If you have, for example, you have pain in your teeth, what is the first thing that you are drawn to do?
To the pain, yeah.
yeah, to do the
To that tooth. Yeah.
yes, most of us what children do when they hurt themselves, the first thing that we do is bring our hand to the place
Yes.
where it's hurting, and that's
Yes.
the unconscious knowingness that there is healing in our hands, right? That there are these energy centers that can help us heal.
Right.
And when I was a child, I remember my dad was teaching me to play with this energy. And I remember when I was, for example, bleeding on my knee, instead of cleaning my knee with the tissue, my dad was making me play with my energy and making the bleeding stop just by putting the hand in front, not touching, but in front of the blood. And I remember that the blood was always stopping. So chakras are just these energy centers, and they are all over. There are just these 7 main chakras. The first one, the red one, it's between your vagina and your anus. There is a place that I think also in English is called perineum. It's the stretch of skin between those 2 points, and it's around that area. The second chakra is around where your ovaries are. The third chakra is around your belly. The fourth chakra is around your heart. The fifth one is your throat. The sixth is around the third eye. And the last one is on top of our head. The last one, it's half inside and half outside because it connects us to the universe, or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter the name. So there are practices that for healing, for recentering, they are about bringing the attention to the chakras and to learn to observe them, because when they are in balance, they are in a certain way, and when they are not in balance, they can be overcharged or undercharged. And by studying ourselves, we can learn when we are, and they always have a reflection on the body. So for me, since I was small, I always had issues in my ears, in my throat. Guess which chakra is connected to this, to ears and throat? It's the throat chakra. That his main job is about communication. So when somebody before spoke about freedom to express, that's why I really relate to her desire. It was a lot of work for me to do that. But during the retreat, we may work more with the chakras or not. And please know that in India, there are also different traditions that attach also different colors to each chakra. So I worked with the rainbow colors, but there are traditions that work with different. I studied with the teacher, and the colors that she was working with were very different. I don't remember them, but they were there.
When you were talking about the red color, the orange color, and the green color, what the color I primarily saw was green.
Okay, that's the color of the heart chakra, that though sometimes it's designed as pink also.
Pink.
Pink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The heart chakra, somebody shows it as green, somebody as pink. But if you, the main work that we did today was about that green energy, was about opening our heart chakra and connecting with the other women with that opening. And I was reading that somebody wrote, yes, Kajal wrote, there was a mention of special energy via women's circle. So it is that women collect. Some, Kajal, I didn't understand, but.
Special, it means special. Am I audible?
SM, what is SM?
It is special.
Yeah, but before special, you wrote SM.
Okay, I'll just let me see. Some SOM, it is a short form, sorry.
I'm not good with short forms.
It's some.
Okay. So is it that when women collect some special energies are there? Now, can you rephrase the question for me?
Okay, so like during the guided meditation, there was a moment when you mentioned that the energy, like it is like radiating with this circle of women we are right now, we are
Yes.
talking.
Yes.
So there's a like an energy which is radiating among all of us, and
Yes.
then we are giving it back to heart. So my question was like on the curiosity front that like when we do it, so women, like circle of women. So is it that some special energies get generated like during meditation when the women do that was my question.
In this case, women in their life have also a lot of challenges in receiving. So most of us are great givers, but when it's about receiving, we really have a great challenge. And maybe receiving a simple compliment, and I don't know if you can relate, but to me, it has happened for most of my life that when somebody said, I don't know, you're beautiful, or "Oh, how beautiful are your hair," I would just shrug my shoulders. And that's because I have a challenge to receive.
Oh, I relate to that so much.
And that goes all the way through the material stuff. But if you think about children, you saw my son, right? He has no shame in receiving anything. He saw that oil pastels that are at my parents' place maybe from 10 years. And he asked me, "Mama, is it yours?" And I said, "Yeah, how about you can take it and use it?" Just took it and went. They are so pure in the receiving. So in the process, I made you give your energy and send it to all the other women, but then I made you feel the abundance that if we open up ourselves, there's always an exchange when we relate to each other, and we have to learn to take that, because that's a way for us to nurture ourselves.
So basically like one common thing which is there with women is like they are more of a giver, so they don't receive, and that is something which blocks their growth as well.
Yes,
they are
we
not
have to
able
learn to
receive.
receive. Yes. Also
Okay.
because the masculine energy in our lives, they want to give us, and most of the time it's us that we don't allow them to give, because we have a struggle in learning to receive.
Oh my God, you're so right, Camila. I resonate with that so much. I mean, I just can't receive. I am not open to receiving.
And you made me goosebumping, but that's when I met my husband, receiving a compliment was a no-no. And it took me a lot of hard work to just allow that compliment to be there and let it sink.
Maybe that is why I'm still single.
Okay, but I don't know about that, but for sure we can work on the receiving.
Okay.
On the receiving. Okay, let me see, because before there was yes, Shayontoni. Is that right? I don't know if I'm saying right, but she was asking me what was the key indication point of understanding for me that I wanted to work only with women. And she's asking, when I was working with men, how different did I feel? So when I started coaching in 2005-6, I was coaching also men, and I was training in mind mapping. I don't know if you know what mind mapping is, but it's a technique that to help organize our brain and all the information that we get in an easier way and to memorize things. And then I moved into energetic work, energetic coaching, and I was working with both female and male. And what was happening for me is that when I was connecting with the woman, she would open immediately into her vulnerability, into her journey, and our communication would flow, and I would be able to support her very easily with no obstacles, just with flow. So all the sessions that I was doing with women for me were very easy, and I was always gaining energy by doing that. And with the men, for me, the struggle was, well, first of all, for most men, I was too young. And they had a struggle in hearing things, hearing questions from a young person, and especially a woman. So it was not flowing. And, then they heard the same question from my husband, and their answer would immediately change. So I said, why am I working if this thing is not flowing? So I said, okay, I don't want to struggle anymore. I want my coaching to just be the flow. So I said, okay, I'm not working with men anymore. And then I moved to Canada with my husband, and all my clients were in Europe at that time. So I said, okay, now what am I going to do? There are 9 hours difference. I'm not going to work all night to work with everybody. So I just felt I wanted to start to work with groups instead of working one by one. And that's when I started to discover that when women gather together in a sacred space, magic happens. Because just by hearing one another's story, I can learn. And I don't have to go through the same experience. I can learn just by your experience. So I guess the universe chose for me the niche. And it was my personal journey to regain my feminine essence in all of this. For most of my adolescence, I spent all of my time with men, with boys. They were my friends because I was appreciating how straightforward they were. There was no second guessing or how do you say in English? Speaking behind the shoulder.
Backstabbing.
I have a question.
Yeah, can I finish?
Yes, sorry.
And so I had to find where was my feminine essence. Where did she go? How was she? What would she do? How would she talk? How does she wants to express herself? And in 2008, I encountered just this one time a teacher that told me, you cannot just have the appearance of the strawberry to attract the bees. You have to be a strawberry. And that was a metaphor to say, even if you just have the appearance of a woman, that doesn't mean that you are embodying the feminine. You have to be that. And that was another point in the journey that made me go all into women. And then, it's every day I see how magical it is to connect with each other in a different way, and I don't want it any other way. Yes, go ahead with the question. Then I saw that Lucia has her hand up for a long time. Please. The question.
Please talk to the lady who's raised her hand. I'll ask you my question later.
That's Lucia. Lucia, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that we have some written messages there. That's all. And I'm not sure. I think Kavita has raised her hand as well. That's all.
Thank you.
So my question would be, Camilla,
yes.
The way you felt connected to women and to the flow, that's the way I connect to men. What does that say?
Maybe that's your niche. Imagine how inspiring can you be embodying your feminine and helping men seeing all that beauty and connecting and relating to all that beauty. It's I think it's a beautiful service. It's just your niche, if that's
the only problem is that when I do that, they tend to fall in love with me. How many men in love can I handle? They start to feel that I am the one woman for them. And I cannot tell them that I'm at service. I'm serving people and I cannot be one person's. I have so many people to help.
Okay. Why do you think they transform the coachee relation to why do get emotions or sentiments get triggered?
I don't know. Maybe because they feel that I understand them.
How would you feel about asking them?
Asking them as to why they feel I am the one for them?
Yeah. Like,
I
what
never
did
asked, so...
Yeah. Maybe by asking them, maybe you will know what, clearly if it's something that it's happening many times, that in the way you relate to them, there is something that it's opening that door for them. And maybe they are able to let you know what it is, that it making them feel that way. Right? In coaching, you have to put some boundaries. Maybe for them, the boundaries are not clear.
Yeah,
and the fact that there is somebody listening to them so deeply, it's making them feel, oh, she's listening to me so deeply, so let me go for it.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot.
Yeah. So maybe they need some help in knowing which the boundaries are, that knowing that if you are listening to them doesn't mean that it's because there is an emotional opening or a romantic opening. At the same time, if you are inspiring for them because you are showing up this way, that's also a very good thing, that they learn to relate to women in a healthy way.
Thanks so much, Camilla. It's so wonderful being here, being with all the women, listening to everyone. I am so looking forward to the retreat.
Thank you. Me too. And actually it will come up very fast. I'm packing my bags next week for India, so very, very fast. Thank you, Kavita. Anybody else? Lucia, I don't know. I think we are ahead of schedule, but for me, it's okay. If
I have a more question, Camilla.
Pleasure, please.
So, like somebody mentioned that they felt some, pressure, like in the lower downside. So, is it that stress is there in the daily life? So, is it that different women, they deposit, tend to have a tendency to deposit it at different location, and that thing also tells about what is their emotional stuff behind. For example, in my case, I kind of like I have a frozen shoulder. It is not that they pain all the time, but when I go for the massage therapy, it is then when I get to know, okay, there is some stress over there. So maybe somebody will have a lower back pain. So does that, like you said, our body speaks. So if I am depositing that like on the shoulder area, backside, upper shoulder, so does that tells some tendency about myself and the emotions related to it? And then also the solution also, like where should I work on that?
So you are asking for my opinion, correct?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so I totally agree with you that yes, our body speaks, and that all of us, we have a tendency of accumulating the discomforts in specific places that belong. I told you, right? In my childhood, it was my ears, and in my adolescence, it became my throat. And I had periods in which I could not talk for weeks, until one day I asked myself, what is that I'm not saying? And now I don't have to go through weeks of pain. When I hear my throat tingling, I ask myself, hey, what did I not say? And most of the times, it's not that I truly have to say to someone else. I just have to become aware that that thing was alive in me. That for example, last week, we are in the process. It's a long story, but some people are coming to help us in our new future home. There is a lot of work to do. And one of our students was coming last Sunday with this partner to help. And I thought they were coming and sleeping over. And we had a very long weekend because it was also my daughter's birthday and we had the celebration. So at one point I just said, I discovered that they were not staying, and I just said to my husband, you know, I'm feeling very relieved that they are not sleeping over because I'm very tired. And I mostly said it to myself. It was not about saying it to my husband. It was just admitting that that was where my body was. Having over guests would have not helped my energy. So that's the way in which my body talks to me most of the time. So the question is, what does your shoulder want to say to you, and what does your shoulder mean to you? Then if instead you want some indications, I think they also reached India, but there are two both Canadians authors. They speak. Let me see if I have a book here. No, one book, it's called Meta Medicine, and it's written by a French Canadian lady, but I'm sure she wrote it in English too. And for each symptoms, each disease, she asks questions. And the process is, in the moment you ask that question to yourself, the awareness changes into your body. So you spoke about shoulder. My personal story is that after I had my first son, my left shoulder got hurt, and I had pain until my daughter pregnancy, so last year. And I knew that this shoulder was calling me to do more work about my family, because for me, becoming a mother had made me lose a little bit. I lost myself for a bit. And I knew that that shoulder was calling me to do my practice more. But that's my shoulder in my life. So the question for you is, what is your shoulders telling you? And if I can, I write the name in the chat so that you can look for. And there is also an Italian doctor that instead she asks to describe the symptoms that you have in that part of the body, like if you are talking to a 5-year-old kid. And by doing that, you will have to use very simple words for the symptoms that you are feeling, because a 5-year-old maybe doesn't even know what is lower back. So if you tell to my son, I have pain in my lower back, he's like, huh? What is a lower back? And by talking about the symptoms and really the physical sensations that you feel, that's already showing a message. Wait, that Rupa is writing, I need to leave. Thank you for giving such a wonderful session. God bless you. Thank you, Rupa, and I hope I'll see you soon in Hyderabad.
Okay.
Kajal, did it help you?
Yes, it helps. So basically, I need to connect with myself and ask also, like, what does my shoulder means to me? But then again, one example which you gave regarding throat. So yeah, communication. So like generally, I like in my journey from a very introvert person, I have changed to a kind of moderate talking person. Frankly telling you, I've seen that change in myself. But still, there are certain things which I am not able to express. So you said to we cannot say everything to everybody. So like sometimes you don't have anybody to share, so how do we handle that? Just say to ourselves only few things if it blocks the communication.
The first strong suggestion would be to get your own sacred sisters, and that's what we are going to do during the retreat. One thing that we will do after the retreat is that if you will want to continue your practice, since all of you are in Hyderabad, my service will be to train you to run your own sisterhood, so that you will always have somebody you can call up or WhatsApp or send a vocal recording to share whatever you're feeling. And that's what I do. I call my sisters and I ask, can I share? And I share.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. That is the answer to my question. Thank you.
Most welcome. And Radha says, "Hi Camilla, I need to close the call. Thank you for this webinar. It was nice connecting with you. Looking forward for meeting all of you in person." Thank you, Radha. I'll see you on the 6th then. Okay, Lucia, do you want to come back to us? And I see some more videos opening up.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hi. So thank you, Camilla, for the beautiful session. Thank you, everybody else, for being present, for spending the evening with us, your precious time and your energy and your attention. And yeah, Camilla, do you want to say a little bit about the retreat as well?
Sure. So, first of all, thank you, because you gave me a lot of energy. Every time I'm able to serve other women, so my son will be most happy. So because I'll be much more playful than when I'm tired. So the retreat, during the 3 days, imagine the 3 days like a journey. We will gather on Friday morning, and the Friday will be our setting the roots for our work. We will create the sacred space together, and we will start to share. And you remember, the retreat, it's always about practice. So during the 3 days, we will experience a lot of different practices, because my service is to send you home with the toolbox that whenever you need, in the different moments of your life, you will be able to say, okay, right now, this practice, I feel called to do this practice. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I would like to live in an ashram and just be able to spend my time doing my inner work. At the same time, I chose to be a mom and a wife. So the thing for me is that my spiritual practice has to be in the middle of all of this. Most of the time, I don't have 1 hour a day to sit and meditate in silence. That's not how my life is right now. So the practices are all things that help me reconnect easily with my center, with what I call the goddess. You can call it your intuition, your heart, or whatever works for you. And then the Saturday, we have beautiful long days filled with practices and sharing. And one practice that it's very, 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 very important for women, it's learning vulnerability. And there is a lot to say. Most people believe that vulnerability is a weakness. Instead, it's one of the greatest strengths of the feminine. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, nothing else can hurt us, because we are already at peace of where we are. So we will do a lot of that. And then on Sunday, we'll start to pull the thread of what we did, and we will bring closure to what we did. And during the 3 days, we will know each other, share, and connect. And lunch will be all together. Then mostly for dinner, you are free to go home, right, Lucia? Dinner is not, but for sure I will have dinner, and my son will be there also. So if you are also wanting to have dinner outside with me and my kids and our hosts, you are also welcome to join for dinner. Normally I offer this as truly a retreat, so we spend also the dinner and the evenings together. For India, not. So I noticed that in India, sometimes for women, it's already a big challenge to take 3 days completely off and in the evening go home. So that's good for now. And yeah, and I'm one of you. We will grow together. We will learn from each other. Louis, I wonder about how to switch from being vulnerable and also being, say, in a comfort environment where we have not be like that. Sorry if I laugh, but that's one of the misconceptions there is in the work environment, especially in corporate. We are taught to believe that we cannot be feminine. And it's funny because my invitation will be, how about you try and tell me how it works out? And actually, one of my elder sisters, she has wrote a book about the feminine and leadership. And I think just before the retreat, my husband will be offering an event where that book is available. Do you all know what is Fiki? I don't know what it is, but does somebody here what is Fiki? Is like a women as Kavita is saying yes. So Fiki, I think it's like an association of women. Kavita, you want to say it? Because if you know better than me, then it's easier.
Sure, Camilla. FICCI is an association not only of women, but yes, largely by women. All the corporate women come together, share experiences, talk about their roles in their respective offices, their corporates, and how they deal with it and stuff like that. So a lot happens in FICCI. There are workshops, there are a lot of things that happen in FICCI, and the office, I should say, for people who all live in Hyderabad, is in Lakri Kapul, Hyderabad.
So right now, I think the president of FICCI in Hyderabad, right, for this year, it's called Sona. And Sona is wanted me to speak, but I'm not really a conference person. So I gave the microphone to my husband, but with the commitment that there will be this book available. So once I know the details, I can also let you know about that event that should be on the 5th, I think. And in that book, yes, because there is the feminine thing to do. What? Louis, do you want to speak? Maybe it's easier to hand the speaking to the husband. Sounds safe.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like if I'm in that mode of being vulnerable and that kind of thing, receiving and all that kind of feminine thing, then I definitely don't feel like standing up in front of an audience and making some public announcement or something. That doesn't feel feminine. And what you said was, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I handed it to my husband. Then, yeah, that's what I mean. When you're in the office, you're expected to do these kind of bold things.
No. You know, my husband's job is to offer conferences and events with thousands of people, and that's where part of his energy is highest. That's not my realm. My realm is intimate, so I'm just not interested in offering a conference to hundreds of people. It's not, I feel that's not where I can help. I feel that where I can help, it's in small and intimate settings. So I want to use my energy where I feel that it can work.
Yeah.
It's just not my reality. If it would be, then I would do it. In Canada, I did offer conference in intimate setting like this one. So if we are a small group, I'm happy to serve also with the conference, but I'm not interested in talking to hundreds of people.
Yeah. I think that's feminine.
No, but for example, the lady who wrote this book, she will not come to India this time, but she has come. What is the other thing? IOF, Initiative of Change, like that. They are also an organization that it's all over the world, and she was there in Pune, in Panchgani last time, and she has absolutely not only not problems with joy. Her mission is being heaven on earth, so she does it in any way she can, and that means that if she wants to talk to 3,000 people at once, she will do it, because that's
Can you ask her maybe before the event about how she does that in the feminine mode? Because that seems to me not easy to do.
how about I give you your
It doesn't seem fun. Yeah, sure. It seems so not vulnerable, right? To be in that situation.
She
has to be strong. Very strong.
But being vulnerable is strong. She is an amazing woman of 72-year-old, and she is extremely vulnerable, but at the same time, she is super strong. It's a misconception than being vulnerable. It's not being strong or assertive. Huh? She knows what she wants. I know what I want. Is not about having my boundaries flaky. That's not the feminine. Lucia,
I just wanted to say I will probably have to go in 5 minutes. I just wanted to add maybe a couple of things for the retreat from what you've told me, Camilla.
Yes.
A couple of important things, and that is it's a 3-day retreat, and it is important to attend all 3 days. From what Camilla told me, it doesn't work energetically, energy-wise. It doesn't work for people to come and join in later. And ideally, we wouldn't want people to drop out either, because there's also a commitment to the group, to the energy of the group. Definitely, I think Camilla gave an example of one lady who just had a 2-hour appointment somewhere and wanted to pop out and then came back in, and it kind of disturbed probably
she never
the group, but for herself.
She was never able to pull back in the space. Even if it was just 2 hours, she was not able to catch up with what the group did in that time. So it she missed on something. So absolutely, if you can join for the 3 days, great. If you cannot join for the 3 days, great. It will be for another time. It's okay, right?
Yeah. So that's an important point.
Absolutely.
That if people want to come, it's important that they consider whether they can commit for the full 3 days. And then somebody asked whether there's a schedule, and Camilla's answer was a part of the feminine practice was to not have a schedule and to go with the flow and
to surrender,
go with
in this case.
Surrender and go with intuition, right? So that's another important, I would say, question that comes up quite often, because people say the description on Facebook is quite generic, there's no schedule and so on. But you have, Camilla, you have kind of said what we'll look at on Friday, what we'll look at on Saturday, and so on.
Yeah, there is a frame. There's no fixed time for anything, because it will be the space guiding us depending what's happening. And if for example Kavita, it's in a deep process, it's not because I thought that at 11 I will be doing this thing that I will kick Kavita in the butt and say, sorry, now I have to move on to the next chore, so you cannot anymore share your vulnerability and your process. They just move to something else. That's not how this works. It's not a workshop of the mind, but actually it's a process. And the more you are able to surrender to the process, the more the space will do its magic. If you try to control what is happening with the mind, that's not gonna work. So yes.
Okay. Thank you. And one last thing before I have to switch off and go. Thank you, Camilla, for offering this at like a donation basis. We ask for people who register. We ask them to pay a registration fee. We set it at 1,600 rupees. We were thinking of being able to pay for all the meals and all the teas and biscuits and materials and some donation to the venue as well. And so thank you for offering it at at the so there's like 1,600 rupees, which is the cost of of running the event, and then there is a voluntary donation to Camilla, whatever that is. I just wanted to reiterate that as well.
Thank you for Lucia has had this great idea to contribute also to the venue that Mega and Prashanta are dear friends, and Seed of Gratitude would have not asked anything, but I found it very beautiful that Lucia thought that as we are using the space, it's beautiful to also give back to them. So, and to the the people that work there, then they will be at our service for anything that we need as a part of their duty, as an Indian would say, but we would like to also give them an extra contribution for how they will be serving us and helping us. So yes, and
it will be a little bit. It will not be much, but yes, but we will give them a little bit. Yes, for sure. Yeah. So that's all from me. That's all I want to add to the retreat.
I just want to say thank you to you and to everyone who was here, and it has been great. Thank you for all your questions and your curiosity and your inquiries. And if I'll see you in Hyderabad this time, it will be a joy to practice together. If you also know other women that can benefit from this practice and that they can gain something, you're also most welcome to invite them. And Lucia, how do you feel if I put this on YouTube link, this session, and we can also send it to other people that maybe want to have a glimpse of what we did, and that can help them in understanding what we will do during the 3 days. Is that
yeah? I feel okay with it as long as everybody else is okay with it. That's fine.
I'm okay.
Thank you, Kavita.
Good.
Thank you, Camilla. Thank you, Lucia. It's
Thank
wonderful.
you,
I feel so good in 1.5 hours. I can't imagine what will happen in 3 days.
No promises.
Thank you so much.
No.
I am somebody who lives in the moment. So I'm already feeling so good, and I'm looking forward to the 3 days with you both and the rest of the ladies. So thank you so much.
Beautiful. It's a good moment to say goodbye then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just would like to say to all the ladies, if you have a good friend who might be interested, invite them as well. We have about 15 to 20 places maximum, and so there are a few places available still. So if you feel free to bring your good friends or any other woman who you think might need it or might want it. So
I think I know 3 or 4 women, yes, who need this. So yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Beautiful.
So I'll leave it to you, Camilla, to finish off.
No, I just wanted to say thank you again, and I hope to see you on the 6th with me and Lucia, and I wish you a great night in Hyderabad, and and thank you for having shared this time with me and my practice. Have a good evening.
Thank you for your energy and your time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.